With the rain, it's always very nerve-wracking for me and my insurance guy to take these things out. Man. Every once in a while, you know, you think, oh my goodness, in the back of my car, I've got something that might be worth $1 million. This is the first Apple-1 we've ever auctioned. So one of the things you gotta do as an auction house in your due diligence is to find out if it's authentic, find out if it works. Corey Cohen is the expert you have to seek out. He is the specialist when it comes to Apple-1s.
Yeah, you know. I'm a vintage technology expert. My background is electrical engineering and computer software. So here is the actual Apple-1. This really is kind of the thing that started Apple. This was their first real product. Not only is this thing 42 plus years old, but it still works, and it works as well as it did back in the 1970s. So I'm just gonna hook up the power here, plug that in. Here's the moment of truth, the real deal, Apple-1, and we're gonna turn it right on, so here we go. And that is your boot screen. An Apple-1, without modifying, was used primarily to play games. To be honest, just like today, games back then drove what you could get out of a home computer. There are only about 200 Apple-1s that were ever produced. 175 were sold. Of the 175 that were sold, we think a little bit over 60 are still surviving. Apple-1 computers are kind of ranked from 1 to 10, 10 being something that just came out of the box in 1976. We've never seen a number 10. We have seen a number 9.5. Now this is an 8.5. The 9.5 was sold for nearly $900,000+. This particular board is really valuable because it isn't modified. It has all the original pieces here. All the major components are original, like these capacitors. Simply replacing just this component here could impact the value of at least $100,000 or more. The person who purchases this Apple, they won't use it every day. You can't kind of go out and say, let me play Fortnite on this thing. They'll turn it on special occasions. They'll bring their friends over. They want to show kind of the coolness of this is where Apple got started. They keep seeing me like, you know, kind of look at this thing with like loving eyes. Then again, I think if I had a Ferrari, I'd probably do the same thing. You're holding the piece that made Apple what Apple is today. You didn't have to tinker with it to get it to go. You know, that attitude is still there today. It's kind of so cool, you know, it just connecting to history.
Please remember, like all auctions of all kinds, all sales are final. Everything is sold as is.
Because the Apple-1 is such a valuable item, we've got registrations from all over the world. We've got people on the phones calling in. We've got people bidding on Invaluable that I know are in Russia and China. So we have no idea, we have really no idea who's going to win this or if they're going to be in the room or not.
The Invaluable Apple-1, the computer that started it all. The bidding starts at $200,000. Make it $210,000. $260? I do. Looking for $270. Thank you. And $280 bid. Make it $290,000.
I have $300,000.
$300,000, now $310. Going once. Last call at $310. Sold $300,000 through Invaluable.com. Thank you.
I'm not allowed to tell you who won the Apple-1, but it's a gentleman from the United States, and I'm sure he's thrilled to have it. There's so many electronics and computers out there, but there's only one Apple-1. So, you know, these have value. And so if you've got one in the garage and you see us in the media, please call us.